Yes. Beautiful.
Oh, I hope I have everything. I want these photographs to be perfect.
How could you be otherwise?
I thought today, what if I put on all the makeup and the jewelry and the clothes, just as I did for the museum ball? But it doesn't work this time. What if in the eyes of the camera, I don't look anything like Marie Curie?
You are her double. The camera will only prove that.
I wonder if I'm just afraid.
I left you with Jillian last night. Did she upset you?
Why do you ask?
When I showed her the Stella of Marie Curie and she recognized the face as yours, she became very frightened. And now you say you are too.
Not of the Queen. You know, I'm thrilled we're going back to Mr. Smith's. I am delighted. I am posing with the Stella. 3,000 years between us, and yet nothing's between us. That is an astonishing bond that I have. It's wonderful.
And what is your fear, Faye?
That someone may take it away. Didn't think I'd tell you that.
Why not?
Because it's childish.
Is it your experience that wonderful things are taken away from you?
Not always. Yes.
By whom?
Are we due at any specific time?
No, Spencer's resting all afternoon and I have my key. When do they expect you back at the hospital?
Tomorrow.
Good. Then the photo session will last as long as your energy allows.
My energy at this moment is boundless. Shall we go?
In a moment. Come. The bond between you and Marie Curie can never be broken. Nothing and no one can touch it.
I believe that.
Somehow, these events have been set in motion, and they will continue until the cycle is complete. Neither you, nor I, nor anyone can interfere with them.
Will the cycle be complete when you find the mortuary shrine of Marie Curie?
I only know that I will find it. I will open it and uncover its secrets. What will happen then?
Something beautiful.
The legend says something terrible.
No. The curse on Marie Curie's tomb was not meant for us.
You know that as surely as I do.
I don't believe that she would wish me anything but good fortune.
When I was a little boy and I first heard her story, I held in my hands an object that was said to have belonged to her. And my reaction was exactly the same as yours. I feel that you and I are bonded as well.
So it seems.
Marie Curie is waiting.
Proud and passionate. Right. I'll tell Mr. Turner you called. But, hi, can I help you?
Night Shift is dangerous, a little bit more intense, a little grittier, seductive.
It's a little more in-depth of what takes place at the hospital.
And overall, dark, since it's at night.
When everybody else is sleeping, the emergencies and the traumas that happen to people and how we take care of them.
It's a side of General Hospital you've never seen.
Don't miss the premiere of Night Shift.
A SoapNet original series, General Hospital Night Shift, premieres Thursday at 11.
Only on SoapNet.
Happily ever after.
Hope is the only woman I've ever loved, and I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with her.
Don't think so.
Will you kindly take these handcuffs off me so that I can go get married? We are not gonna let Philip take your little girl away.
In Salem, love isn't always a fairy tale.
And never, ever giving up on you.
Days of Our Lives, tonight at 7 on SoapNet.
Let the sun shine in, the sun shine in.
Triple Blade Bic Soleil. 3 blades and 4 sunny colors. For smooth, beautiful skin. Bic Soleil. At last, Soleil is available with replacement blades. And a unique, extra-wide, soothing moisture strip with aloe and shea butter for a flawlessly smooth shave. Bic Soleil with replacement blades. Feel the Soleil.
What's your cereal's IQ? It's an odd question, but some cereals are brighter than others. When it comes to your heart, Smart Start is pretty intelligent. It's designed to help lower cholesterol. Smart, right? But what makes it a heart health scholar? It has 60% less sodium than the leading instant oatmeal, too. Pretty simple and very smart. And did I tell you how great it tastes? I didn't? How dumb of me.
Kellogg's Smart Start Healthy Heart Cinnamon Raisin. For your heart, start smart.
Bye. Oh, hey guys. I know, I haven't been sleeping.
Really? And not doing a thing about it hasn't helped? Weird.
What the furball is trying to say is that we miss you.
And those bags under your eyes are looking rough.
You said you'd see your doctor.
But if I need pills, I don't want to start something I can't stop.
Chill. I told you, there is something different.
Did you just say chill?
When you can't sleep, you can't dream. That's why there's Roserum, the first and only prescription sleep aid that in clinical studies shows no potential for abuse or dependence. That means you can take it as long as you need it and stop when you don't. Your doctor can explain why Roserum is so different. Don't take Roserum if you're taking Luvox, fluvoxamine, or have severe liver problems. Avoid taking it with alcohol. Don't drive or operate machinery until you know how you'll react to Roserum. Roserum may affect some hormones. Consult your doctor about how this may affect you, or if your insomnia doesn't improve. Take Roserum right before bed. Side effects may include drowsiness, fatigue, and dizziness.
All right. I'll call my doctor.
Hi, I'm Jane Ryan.
Yeah?
I'm here about a job.
Jane Ryan. Do you have an appointment with Mr. Turner?
No, but...
Oh, then you want Megas calling. Sorry, 1 second. Proud and passionate.
Meg is calling.
Oh, Megas. For you on 8.
You have to take the little cubby hole back there.
No, you can be right here.
Oh, good. Hello.
That's your lady.
Thanks.
Yes, dear. I have your picture and your resume, and I doubt you'll be hearing from me. My very best to you anyway. Goodbye. Why me?
Megas, this is Jane.
Ryan. Hello.
Hi.
Where is she? Magus. We need our nurse.
Thought she was here.
Where?
Who? Didn't you see someone about this girl's size with similar hair and a smile come about an hour ago?
No.
All right. What do we do?
I'm sure if we wait a couple more minutes.
They're all down there on the set eating money, Magus. I need a kid to push the wheelchair.
Is this Barbara Wild's wheelchair?
Mindy.
Could you please sit over there? Oh, thank you.
Look, I'll get on the phone, and somebody will be here in 20 minutes.
5 minutes. And the costume is size 6.
Forrest, I can't guarantee.
You have to.
Oh, excuse me.
Who are you?
Jane.
I know you. How do I know you?
My picture and resume?
You're an actress?
Oh, I act. A lot. I'm looking for a job right now, as a matter of
thought you had an appointment with Megas.
Good grief, you're not Annie Roth.
Oh, no. That was just all a mix-up. You need somebody in the studio now?
You wear a size 6?
My size every time.
It's basically a walk-on.
Yeah, it's an under 5, special business, hardly any lines, 2 weeks tops.
Are you asking me if I could work for 2 weeks? The answer is yes.
Proud and passionate.
You think?
No, your girl will be along. They always come along. Oh. All right, send her down.
Okay. Go to wardrobe, go to makeup, then go down to the set. Mindy will show you around.
Okay, thanks. And makeup.
Has Marie Carra removed her headdress, or is Faith about to put hers on?
I'm Faith.
Remind me of that from time to time, will you?
Well, I'm the one who speaks English. That way it'll be easier to remember.
Well, perhaps here in this house, in that costume, you speak Egyptian.
And you?
Oh, we understand one another perfectly.
And if a stranger walked in and we said hello?
I wouldn't translate. He'd be completely baffled. Absolutely unaware of his great good fortune.
He'd have no idea he was in the presence of an archaeologist and a doctor.
Well, that's true, but I was referring to his extraordinary good luck in being the first man since Roman times to hear ancient Egyptian spoken.
It's been dead for that long.
I listen to it in dreams sometimes.
So you'd like to be the one who walked in on us?
Oh, no. His good fortune and mine can't begin to compare.
Uraeus.
The cobra and the jackal Anubis were protectors of the royal families.
I'd like to think they were special for Marie Carra.
They were. They are. But think how fiercely they fought against the intruders. Her mummy and her shrine come into Spencer's possession, and they remain untouched for 60 years. Her tomb is lost, but one day it'll be rediscovered, and the treasures unharmed. Anubis and Uraeus have sheltered Marie Carra in very, very special ways.
The curse is part of that shelter.
Insofar as you believe it, yes.
Well, the people who have believed died.
Victims of their own superstition. I think of the terror in Spencer's face when I held the cup that belonged to Marie Carra. He couldn't bear the idea that I might unwrap it.
How sad for him.
I wish he could know her the way we do. Face anything connected with Marie Carra.
His father died. His father's secretary. I suppose if that happened to me, I'd believe in the curse, too.
But it wouldn't happen to you. Uraeus wouldn't allow it. Marie Carra wouldn't allow it.
You know, for a man who lives by evidence and proof in hand, you have a wonderful gift for fantasy.
Ah, but I do have proof in hand. Are you ready for the headdress now?
Yes.
Let me help you.
This July, SoapNet is fired up.
You watch your tongue.
The dispute around Sammy's pregnancy heats up.
Those whack job Demirs tried to kill you.
How will she make peace?
She's turning you into a lovesick puppy.
The heat is on.
Why don't we just cut to the chase?
Watch Days of Our Lives all July long on SoapNet. Tonight on SoapNet.
I am over JR. You can have him. It's not serious. Once you're in JR's bed, it's serious.
I'm obsessed with you.
I can't do this to Lily.
Why don't you and I try it again?
Watch All My Children tonight at 8 on SoapNet.
Understands how you live today and where you want to go tomorrow. University of Phoenix, thinking ahead.
your cat needs help finding her own litter box, you know something wonderful has happened. Like Fresh Step Litter adding odor-eliminating carbon. Carbon that helps keep odors from ever leaving the litter box, so it's almost like not having one. Fresh Step, a giant step for freshness. And if you have more than one cat, look for Fresh Step Multiple Cat Formula.
When I signed up for Vonage, I was able to keep my phone number, and then when I moved, I was able to take it with me.
Vonage was so simple to set up. I did it on my own, and I was very proud of that.
Call quality is the utmost. It projects my business. And with Vonage, it's perfect.
Vonage and reliability, that just kind of goes hand in hand.
The features save you time, and that's really where I'm focused as far as cost goes.
It's made our connection that much closer. I love Vonage. There's no one else out there that fills the need that Vonage does. And I'm a lifer. I love it.
So sign up, set up, and start saving up to $300 a year on your phone bill.
It's just $24.99 a month for unlimited local and long distance. Call now and get 1 month free, including free calls to the U.S., Canada, Puerto Rico, and Europe. Vonage, a better way to phone for less.
Apocalypto. It's the story of a man who is taken to be sacrificed to the gods against impossible odds. He's got to get back to save his family.
Mel Gibson's Apocalypto.
Sorry about the delay. Starting run through now. Act 1, no stops.
I wasn't late. I'm the substitute.
Shh, please.
Oh, the poor darling. My heart breaks every time I look at her. But you know Maggie. Not an ounce, not a single ounce of self-pity. She is simply determined to manage. Thank heaven she agreed to have that nurse here for the while. This afternoon, it was all she could do to get from the bed to the wheelchair. At that, the nurse almost carried her. Well, at least she's home from the hospital, and we have to be grateful for that. The rest, well, we'll just take one day at a time. Maggie, I thought you were napping.
No, I'm tired of resting. Go on with your call. I just want to look around the place. I've missed it so.
Nurse, Maggie's too close to Lois. Dick, show her the mark.
She is practically on top of me.
Look, Bill, I can wheel myself. I've hurt my legs, not my arms.
It's okay. I'll get it right this time.
Look, why don't we just have the nurse off the set? I'd feel much better if I could control this thing by myself.
I'd feel much better if we get rid of that chair entirely.
Oh, wonderful, charming. I recover my first day home.
No, but you certainly could sit on something that doesn't move. What about the sofa? I mean, this is your living room, after all. Wouldn't Maggie sit on the sofa with a lot of beautiful pillows and afghans?
Pamela, the script says that Maggie has to be lifted out of the chair. The fact is that I'm no better off than Maggie, remember?
I'm saying forget about that wheelchair. Now, I could do the phone call from that chair. You could be asleep here on the sofa when I'm having my call. And that way you can stay out of my close-ups, not to mention my key light.
Oh, I thought that might be a problem. What about Maggie under the sofa? Oh. What about Maggie deceased?
What's the problem? Nurse, are you clear about the mark?
Yeah, perfectly. Bill, I don't need a nurse. I mean, not on camera anyway.
No, she just wants close-ups instead of a two-shot.
Pamela, could we have a talk over there?
Oh, I was just really teasing. Just that the wheelchair is so unpredictable. You would look so much more elegant on this sofa.
She actually thinks that I would wheel myself between herself and the camera.
Pamela may not know better, but I do.
Thank you.
But she may have a point about the sofa. Forrest?
The wheelchair is much more dramatic, don't you think?
I don't know, Bill. I don't know.
Well, the wheelchair is
is dramatic. It has a tremendous visual impact.
Oh, yes.
And it's the only way Maggie can move. She'd feel really helpless on the sofa.
It is the first day home from the hospital. But we know with pillows on the sofa, it would make a beautiful shot.
Yeah, Maggie, she would be helpless on the sofa. I mean, the wheelchair is her legs, and she would need that mobility. She would cling to it.
Yeah, Maggie would. So, should we keep the wheelchair and forget about the nurse?
No, it's her first day home from the hospital.
No. We refer to the nurse, but we just don't show her.
That's good.
Personally, I'd rather see the nurse take care of her.
We are
than see
well
Maggie
aware what
wheeling
you would
all over
rather
the place.
see.
I think we should let the nurse go.
Excuse me, I just wanted to say that people really are weak when they just get home from the hospital. My aunt uses a wheelchair in Chicago. Well, she's great with it now, but in the beginning she really needed help. You know, she had to build up her arm muscles. She was so weak. I was there when they first brought her home from the hospital after the operation, and she had this nurse's aide wheeling her in. It was really sad, and it made me cry. Anyway, I just thought I'd tell you. I'm sorry to interrupt.
You look so familiar to me. Haven't I met you?
Oh, I just have one of those faces, I guess.
No, I'm sure I've met you.
Barbara, why don't you decide about the nurse? Whatever feels right.
Yeah, we should think in terms of evoking sympathy, you know?
Well, she's here. She might as well stay. For today.
Fine. That's final. Remember your mark.
I will.
Okay.
Movies.
Okay, everybody, let's try it again. Places, please.
Thank you so much, Miss Wilder. I'm not going to goof up again. I just want to tell you, I really admire you as an actress. I've been
Thank you.
watching-
You just get me on my mark, and you can all go home.
Ryan's Hope is next. Then Dangerous Desires ignite on days. Later, Little Lies lead to Big Trouble on AMC, only on SoapNet.
We lost a patient this morning.
Why did he have to die?
I am entitled to some answers.
Not after what you did.
Let's call a truce.
I can't do this anymore. It's finished.
Till death do us part.
Get into the glamour. What are you doing here?
I had an appointment with my personal shopper.
Get into the parties.
That is so on tonight. You and Nathan, me and Lucas.
Get in over your head.
I think I can get in less trouble where I'm from.
You have no idea.
Welcome to the OC, bitch.
Get into One Tree Hill and the OC. Weekdays at 5 and 6. Get in with SoapNet.
Tonight on SoapNet.
Your hero is behind bars on murder charges?
A married woman with an unbreakable bond with another man.
Here. I had to see you. I have asked you, stay clear of him.
Now the one answer we're all waiting for.
Are you in love with Jason?
Watch General Hospital tonight at 10 on SoapNet.
Did you know 1 in 2 women will develop bone or breast health issues?
Really? I didn't know that.
One A Day Women's is the only complete multivitamin with more calcium for strong bones, and now more vitamin D, which emerging research suggests may support breast health. 1 A Day Women's.
Let the sun shine me, the sun shine me.
Triple Blade Bic Soleil. 3 blades and 4 sunny colors. For smooth, beautiful skin. Bic Soleil. At last, Soleil is available with replacement blades. And a unique extra-wide soothing moisture strip with aloe and shea butter for a flawlessly smooth shave. Bic Soleil with replacement blades. Feel the Soleil.
This body can roll with the punches. Poise with wings. Matches your moves, eases your mind. Nothing beats the first and only winged pad made just for light bladder weakness. Poise, yes I can.
That's about right, isn't it?
It's perfect. You're different now.
No.
Yes. Regal and serene.
I'm comfortable. The costume fits.
Yes. Yes.
Will you bring the Stella?
It's very difficult to leave you.
Ari, I am Faith.
I know that. But you bring as much to Marit Corral as she brings to you. And in combination, you are very difficult to leave. You'll find the royal crook and flails on the mantelpiece.
Have you ever seen Marie Corral pictured with these?
Yes. They're royal symbols of power and immortality. When I find the mortuary shrine, I'll show them to you.
Is this right?
It's almost beyond belief.
Who's there?
There. Oh, it's wonderful. Yes. If anything, you look more like her than before. Except the profile. So. Oh, it's astonishing. Now strike the pose you took before.
Ari!
My God, Spencer! What's his heart?
There's no pulse.
Get on track with what's going on in Genoa City. It's always a roller coaster ride in this town of fast movers and smooth talkers. So hold on tight for all the twists and turns you love about The Young and the Restless, tonight at 11 only on SoapNet.
sorry to startle you, miss, but I'm gonna need your name for my report.
It's Jillian Coleridge. I was Mr. Smith's attorney.
Are you related to Dr. Coleridge?
Yes, officer. She's my sister.
Ah, well, before you go, I'll need to know where you can be reached.
Yes, of course. Are you okay?
For the moment.
This is Miss Coleridge, Mr. Smith's attorney. Jillian, this is Dr. Apter.
How do you do?
I've been treating Mr. Smith's heart condition for years, Miss Coleridge. There was nothing anyone could have done to prevent this. It could have happened at any time. There'll be no need for an autopsy. We'll take him directly to the funeral home. I'm so sorry. I did the best I could.
I know, Doctor. Thank you.
What happened?
Ari had asked to photograph me as Marie Craw. And I was in the costume with the crook and the whip, and I was standing over there by the Stella. Ari was on the other side of the room with the camera. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw Spencer. He looked at me for a second. He looked at me, and then he died.
Has no right to punish us for helping people.
Welcome to the night shift.
I need a trauma room. One is open.
Where's my patient?
How's she doing?
She's barely breathing.
We're gonna get you help, okay? I've considered how my HIV would affect the life of the child, and then right about then my brain just freezes up and I tell myself to forget about the whole thing. One, two, three, up.
The SoapNet original series, General Hospital Night Shift, premieres Thursday at 11 p.m. only on SoapNet.
I don't know about you, but I often stop and wonder, what if? Like, what if I didn't make it to the World Championship in 1983? Or what if I didn't break my leg in front of millions of fans a few years later? My thoughts used to center on my game.
Then, like you, I had a family and discovered what worrying was really about. What if something happened to you? How would your family get by? Could they pay the mortgage and your other bills? Would the kids' education suffer? Many folks don't have enough life insurance, and if you're counting on what you have at work, consider this. Half of all workers lose their coverage when they retire. And the older you are when you try to replace it, the more difficult and expensive it can be, even if you're in the best of health.
Fortunately, there's Life Choice, an affordable offer from Colonial Penn for folks age 18 to 75. It provides up to $25,000 in affordable whole life insurance protection.
At some of the most reasonable rates you'll find anywhere. You'd think it would be tough to get protection like this, but it's easy. All you do is answer 3 simple health questions. No medical exam is required, and once accepted, your coverage cannot be canceled. This is not a term life insurance plan that offers you coverage for a set number of years and then stops. This is permanent whole life insurance. It fully protects from day one. There's no waiting period. And your benefit amount, as much as $25,000, is guaranteed not to decrease, ever.
What's more, your premium is guaranteed never to increase. Plus, the plan builds cash value you can borrow against for any reason. If you're between 18 and 75, you can take advantage of this affordable offer from Colonial Penn.
For free information, pick up the phone.
Call 1-800-544-6500 to receive free information in the mail. You'll also get this handy guide to life insurance absolutely free. Call 1-800-544-6500 or visit our website at colonialpenn.com. There's no risk or obligation. That's 1-800-544-6500. Operators are standing by. Call now.
Just put them on the desk, Schultze. Thank you. You're not Schultze.
Are you busy?
Sit.
If you're busy.
Jane, sit. I'm warning you. I've had an absolutely rotten day, so I only want to hear good news. All right, wait a minute. Don't tell me, let me guess. You have decided to stow away on the next space shuttle flight.
I got a part on The Proud and the Passionate.
A part? You mean acting?
Uh-huh.
Can you act?
Not yet. Give me till tomorrow.
All right. How did you manage it?
Have you got time to hear this?
I will make the time. Tell me.
I went into the production office of The Proud and the Passionate, and I was asking them about work. The secretary thinks I'm an actress. Before I can explain it to her, the casting director comes in. She thinks I'm an actress, too. And then the producer dashes into the room. He's all frantic because some actress hasn't shown up, and they're down on the set waiting for her. He looks at me, checks me out, thinks he knows me, which he does because he was in the hospital the night of Barbara's accident. But I tell him he must have seen my picture and resume. So he asks me what size I wear. I happen to have the right answer, which was 6. He says, do I want the part? A small part. The nurse's aide to Maggie Blackburn. I was just so, I jumped at it.
Well, of course you did.
I have almost no words. Unfortunately, I do have a wheelchair to push with Maggie Blackburn in it.
Maggie Blackburn?
A character played by Barbara Wilde.
Oh, that's it. Hello, Schultze. Yeah, just a second. There's a Mr. Terry from AFTRA on the phone who wants to talk to you.
I'll call back.
Take a number, Schultze. What is AFTRA?
The Actors Union. I have to join.
I see. Wait a minute. You gave them my private number and you told Schultze to pretend to be, your maid?
My mother's maid. I've been away at school. I don't have my own place yet, you see.
Right. Well, seems like you got all your bases covered.
Well,
There's a problem.
a potential problem.
Which is?
Well, what if I don't have enough time to get close enough to her to find out if she's really faking it?
Well, you just said they gave you a part. Won't you be around for a while?
Well, not necessarily. I wasn't too smooth with the old wheelchair. And I got the impression that she does not like to share scenes with anybody unless she has to. I may be redundant very soon.
I see. How long do you think you have?
Well, let's hope long enough to get what Roger needs to help him.
Roger?
Yeah, well, that's the whole reason for doing this, right? We want to prove that Maggie has no grounds for a malpractice suit because she's faking paralysis.
Is it really?
Miss Woodard, I thought you wanted to help Roger. That's why I went undercover to do this investigation, to find out the truth.
Well, yes, I do, and you are. But to get back to your problem, you said just now you might not have enough time. If you don't, what then?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Think about it.
If I take what I've got and I look for a new angle.
Bravo. Resourcefulness is basic to good journalism.
I can write a story about what happens behind the scenes. The actors themselves, who they are, what they think of each other. I got enough today for the first installment already.
First installment?
Well, it should be 3 parts, don't you think? The first, what happened today, how I got in, and then the people themselves. The 2 leading actresses are really competitive. I mean, they openly loathe each other. And new writers, new producers, the ratings, very unpredictable. The whole scene is very tense.
Well, that's terrific. What about your third part?
Well, I'll know it when I see it.
You do learn fast.
Fast enough to earn a job as a reporter.
When your story is on my desk, then we'll talk, okay?
Okay.
Good. Jane, do your homework, get your facts straight, and give me good, clean copy, and we really will have something to talk about.
Well, thank you. I promise I will not disappoint you.
I'm sure you won't.
Spencer never met Faith, and I didn't have a chance to tell him about her and her astonishing resemblance to Marie Carra.
Do you mean that he might have thought I was Marie Carra?
Possibly.
Faith, the sight of you in that costume and the lighting in this room, I think it might have terrified him.
Spencer was convinced that his father and his father's secretary were victims of a curse associated with Marie Carra. He was intensely afraid of the shrine. He would have nothing to do with it, or any of the artifacts associated with Marie Carra. He refused to look at the stela or anything else in my collection when it arrived from Luxor.
Well, if he hasn't seen the stare, how could he possibly know that I look like Marie Carra?
Mr. Smith saw the stela last night. He said he was tired of being afraid. He asked me to bring it to him.
And when he saw me dressed as Marie Carra...
No, don't blame yourself or anybody else. Mr. Smith was very ill. It was only a matter of time. If you'll excuse me, I have to put Mr. Smith's affairs in order.
Mendenhall, why don't you wait and do that in the morning?
Mr. Smith liked to have things done promptly.
I think Mendenhall is right. Spencer did like things to be done promptly. He gave us a task, which I think we must complete as soon as possible.
Are you talking about the shrine?
I am. And I believe that Spencer would understand and approve. He was a fine, decent man who cared about important things, the right things. He entrusted me with this museum, which will become his memorial. I'm ready now to begin to fulfill my responsibilities, but before I can, I need to know the whereabouts of the mortuary shrine of Marie Carra. Where is it, Jillian?
Everything you need to know, you can learn from the OC. Like fathers and sons should be able to share anything.
This is gonna be awesome. She's hot stuff, son. And now it's ruined.
Almost anything. The OC. Weekdays at 6 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on SoapNet.
Your hero is behind bars on murder charges?
A married woman with an unbreakable bond with another man.
Here, I had to see you. I have asked you, stay clear of him.
Now the one answer we're all waiting for.
Are you in love with Jason?
Watch General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Let the sun shine in, the sun shine in.
Triple Blade Bic Soleil. 3 blades and 4 sunny colors. For smooth, beautiful skin. Bic Soleil. At last, Soleil is available with replacement blades. And a unique, extra-wide, soothing moisture strip with aloe and shea butter for a flawlessly smooth shave. Bic Soleil with replacement blades. Feel the Soleil.
Slow-grilled wild salmon with crisp garden greens simmered in a fragrant reduction. Inspiration for fancy feast, elegant medleys. The restaurant-inspired food for cats. Delight her with wild salmon Florentine in a delicate sauce with garden greens. One of many artfully prepared dishes. Fancy Feast elegant medleys. Is it love or is it Fancy Feast?
Imagine a different kind of foundation that's actually good for your skin. Bare Minerals is a lightweight, loose mineral foundation that covers all your imperfections while giving you the look and feel of beautiful bare skin. You'll receive 2 foundations in your choice of 4 skin tones. It's a natural SPF 15 sunblock that protects your skin from aging UVA and UVB rays. You'll also receive warmth, a very special Bare Minerals that gives your skin the natural-looking sun-kissed glow of health. And for the perfect finishing touch, you'll receive Mineral Veil, a feather-light, completely sheer powder for a flawless-looking airbrushed finish. Plus, you'll receive 3 professionally designed brushes. Just swirl, tap, and buff away the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, redness, uneven skin tone, freckles, and blemishes. Try Bare Minerals for 60 days. If you're not happy for any reason, just send it back for a full refund of your purchase price.
Call 1-800-840-8595.
This is Jan's new home. And this is Jan after finding out that DirecTV will be paying her mortgage for a whole year. Why is Jan so lucky? Because she called this number before she moved and was automatically entered into the DirecTV Home Free Sweepstakes. Now she's living mortgage-free for a whole year. Are you thinking about moving? Call prior to your big day and you could be living mortgage or rent-free too. Lucky for you, there's a new winner every month. It's enough to make you jump for joy.
Here, have another beer while you wait.
Oh, the Sister of Mercy hath arrived. Thank you, Maeve.
You waiting for Jane?
Yeah, but she's a half hour late.
Well, she's a very busy girl these days.
She's a remarkable girl.
I think so. As a matter of fact, I'd like to say something on that subject if you have 5 minutes.
Sure. You're worried about me and Jane, aren't you?
Oh, not exactly worried, Roger.
Well, we'll settle for apprehensive.
She isn't Delia.
I know.
No, what I mean by that is that Delia has this image of herself as being not very strong. In actual fact, she's quite strong, if she won't admit it.
Absolutely, but how does that relate to Miss Ryan?
Well, Jane is a brave and caring girl, and that has carried herself through troubles. But she really, at the heart of the matter, is not as tough as she thinks she is.
Maeve, what are you trying to tell me?
Go slowly, Roger. You both have all the time in the world, please. And it's obvious that the girl is here to stay.
I hope so, because I have a very different feeling about Elizabeth Jane Ryan. Different than I ever had about Delia or anyone else, for that matter. Maeve, don't worry. I want this to go right, too.
Hi, Johnny. How you doing? Hi. Sorry I'm late.
Late? I didn't even notice.
Oh, well, then. I retract my apology.
Oh. Well, how was your day?
Fantastic.
Maeve, could I have you behind the bar, please?
All right, darling. I'll be right there. I'll have to catch up later.
Okay. I have to talk to you.
So, talk to me.
No, I don't think this is the right place to discuss it.
No?
I got the job. I'm undercover. What if somebody from the Proud and the Passionate walks in?
Highly improbable.
No, possible. And I don't want to take any chances. I'm going to do this brilliantly. I'm going to nail that wild woman and tell everybody what she tried to do to you.
You are beautiful.
If that's a line, I forgive you.
No. Here it is, a day that should be one of the worst days in my life, and you walk in and the pain just goes away. You really care about what's happening to me. You're beautiful.
Well, thank you. No one ever told me that before.
I'm surprised.
Well, someone who liked me once told me I had style.
Well, he was right.
Let's stop this right now.
Why?
Because I'm starving. Let's go to dinner, and then I'll fill you in on my job.
How about my place? I'll cook.
Good idea. I'll tell Maeve what we're going to do. I'm going to go to his place and check on his cooking. What do you think? Ready?
Yeah, but look, if you're really all that hungry,
Yes.
we can start off with fettuccine Alfredo.
Oh, yes.
And then we'll progress to steak and salad.
Yes, yes, yes.
You really are in a wonderfully optimistic frame of mind.
I think maybe I should talk to Roger. Or is that hopelessly old-fashioned? I mean, she is our cousin. She lives under our roof.
I spoke with him, John.
And what?
I think he's serious about it.
Serious, I don't mind. Less than serious, I worry.
Oh, here's someone who wouldn't agree with you.
Hi, Johnny. Babe.
Here it is.
Gee, how's your shoulder?
Oh,
it's a lot better, thank you. Roger really did a wonderful job.
I'm glad that you're here, dear. I have to consult with you about something.
Oh?
Yes, little John. Their school trip. He wants to know if you'll be one of the group leaders.
Oh. Okay.
Well, now, dear, do you have the time?
Well, I'll work it out.
Well, I mean, can you take a whole day?
I have to take a whole day?
Well, they're going to George Washington's headquarters at Morristown, New Jersey.
Morristown? Oh, all right. I'm gonna go. I'll go.
Now, dear, please don't change your mind. In the middle of it, the child will be very disappointed.
I won't do that. Don't worry. Where's, Jane?
Oh, she went out.
Oh, do you happen to know where to, by any chance?
Yes.
Well, where?
To dinner.
What, alone?
No, with a friend.
What friend?
Roger.
Probably took her to Lem's for the old Peking duck routine. Didn't he take her to Lem's?
I don't believe he did.
Well, where did they go?
I think that Jane mentioned something about Roger cooking dinner at his place.
Next, it's shocking secrets in Salem on Days. Then catch the latest scandals on AMC. Later, things are heating up on One Life on SoapNet.
You'll never know how much that means to me.
You've never taken my side. Let's cut to the chase. I hate you, you hate me.
This marriage isn't over.
I've made up my mind. I've made up my mind. You didn't leave me any choice.
You're not giving up any more than I am.
I hate that I have to walk away from the father of my children. I just want to hold him.
Oh, L'Amour. Days of Our Lives. Next, only on SoapNet.
This July, SoapNet is fired up.
What is wrong with you people?
JR has brought on his father's ruin.
A pure, spineless, self-righteous jackass.
Can the Chandlers reunite and take back the family fortune?
No way in hell.
The heat is on.
Hit me.
Watch All My Children all July long on SoapNet. Overwhelming odds
She's rejecting the liver.
are tearing them apart.
We'd need to perform a second transplant.
We can't lose her now, not now.
And only love can keep them together.
Will you marry me?
Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
Ever feel like temptation is following you? Now would be a good time for Quaker Mini Delights. Now he makes me melt. New Quaker Mini Delights. Rich, chocolatey multigrain cakes in a 90-calorie pack.
Bring on the fashion. Summer suits. Bermuda shorts. Oh, lifeguard on duty.
The all-new Kmart Summer Collections. It's a show worth seeing. Kmart.
There's an M&M in everyone. Find yours at MMS.com.
I can't answer that question, Ari.
You said Spencer promised to give you written directions on where to find the shrine.
He did promise.
You said you'd remind him.
And I did. And then I didn't see him again.
I knew this would happen.
Nothing has happened yet. He must have left a letter or instructions.
Where?
Probably in his desk, among his papers, or maybe in your contract, which, by the way, is fully executed.
Our agreement states that the mortuary shrine will come into my possession when Spencer dies.
And that agreement will be honored.
Forgive me, Jillian.
Ari, listen to me. Tomorrow morning, when Mendenhall is less upset, I'll ask him to show me Spencer's files. But whether or not there are instructions, We will find the shrine.
How easily you make that assurance.
Dinner was only wonderful. I feel terrific.
I'm glad. So do I.
This has been such a great day for me. I'm sorry it hasn't been for you. Better answer it.
Yeah, I guess so. Be right back.
I'm not going anywhere.
Roger, I'm really sorry to barge in, but my shoulder's hurting so terribly I can hardly move it or anything. Here, let me turn the light on so you can see it. There, that's better. It's so dark in here. Hi, Jane. I hope I'm not interrupting something.
Oh, all right, Dee, let's take a look at your shoulder.
Oh. Oh. Ah!
Don't. Stay still now. It still shouldn't be that sore.
It's not sore. It's really pain, Roger.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Doesn't seem to have anything else wrong with it. I guess we'll take you to Riverside and we'll do some x-rays.
Oh, would you, Roger? Oh, that's really nice. Sweet of you. Thank you. Oh.
Sorry.
It's okay. I understand. Your patient needs help. Help her.
Well, we can drop you off on the way over.
Okay.
May I have a rain check for a half an evening?
Done. I'll cook for you next time.
I can't think of anything that would please me more.
Will love conquer all? Or are the residents of Salem destined to be miserable? Find out who's pursuing who and who's left brokenhearted. Days of Our Lives, next on SoapNet.